Okay, so today's lesson is 9.8, classifying quadrilaterals. So we have a parallelogram. A parallelogram is both pairs' opposite sides are parallel. So this is parallel to this, and these sides are parallel to this other side. Quadrilaterals are parallelograms if opposite sides or angles are congruent. So this angle here is opposite, and they're congruent. That means they're the same angle. This is congruent. These sides are congruent, means that they're the same length, and these sides are the same length. A rectangle is a parallelogram with four right angles. So a rectangle has right angles. The top and bottom are equal and the sides are equal. A rectangle is a parallelogram, but a parallelogram is not a rectangle. Rhombus is a parallelogram with four congruent sides. So if you compare a rhombus and a rectangle, the sides are all equal and the angles are not 90 degrees. So a rhombus is a parallelogram. A rhombus is not a rectangle. A square is a parallelogram with four congruent sides and right angle. So a square has equal sides and right angles. So a square is a rhombus, it's a rectangle, and it's a parallelogram. Trapezoid is exactly one pair of opposite sides is parallel. So this means that the top and the bottom are going the same direction. They're parallel. Here is a chart that you should memorize to help you. Okay, here's the directions in your classwork and homework. It says give all the names that apply to each quadrilateral, then give the name that best describes it. The best thing to do is start from the top. Every four-sided figure is a quadrilateral, so we don't need to write at that. Now look at this. Is it a parallelogram or is it a trapezoid? Hopefully you had said it's a parallelogram, so you can write parallelogram. Okay, so now you look down. Is it a rhombus or is it a rectangle? Well, it has four equal sides, so there has to be a rhombus. Okay, but now let's look here. Is it a square? If it's a square, then you have to write square down here. But remember, a square is also a rectangle. So here you would write rectangle. So the best name for this is a square. Let's look at the next shape. So the next shape we look at, you know it's quadrilateral. Look at if it's a parallelogram or a trapezoid. The best name for this would be a parallelogram. Okay, so now ask yourself, is it a rhombus or a rectangle? Hopefully you had said rhombus. So the best name for this is a rhombus. Okay, look at number 3 and 4. Try it on your own, and when you're ready, go ahead and push play. So you should have looked at this and said, is it a parallelogram or a trapezoid? And you say it's parallelogram. Okay, is it a rhombus or a rectangle? It's a rectangle. And the best name for this is a rectangle. Last one, look at parallelogram, trapezoid. It's a trapezoid. And the best name for that is a trapezoid.